Today we're breaking down the World Health Organization's physical activity guidelines. I'm going to be referring to World Health Organization as WHO, but now we're clear on what I mean. I won't be going into every single detail about every single age group, but I will post them here across on the screen so you can pause the video and look at whichever one fits your age group. I'll also put the link in the description so you can go on that page and read about why it's important to be physical active and reduce physical inactivity. I've painted out different terms which I think are important to understand in order to translate the physical activity guidelines into actual English if you are not familiar with the terms already, because not everyone is. And I think it's important to be really clear and concise about what they are so that they reduce confusion. The three terms that I have painted out here that we're going to talk about. In Denmark, we use this thing called a Borg scala, which is just a way of trying to figure out where you are on this, and it helps you figure out what intensity you're working at. But because I could not find anything similar to that scala, I have decided to put it in anyway and then translate it into English, obviously, so you guys understand what it means. But if you're working at light intensity, that means that you're at a 10 to 11 and that you are just slightly out of breath when you're doing your activity, but you can have a whole conversation, no problem, just slightly out of breath. If you're working at moderate intensity, you're moderately out of breath and you're at a scala from 12 to 13, but you can still have a conversation, but you are getting more out of breath. These are very sensational feelings and they're very valid. You can use them. They're a good reflection of where you are on the scala. Obviously, if you want to be completely precise, you need to calculate your max pulse and your resting pulse. Then you need to do these other calculations. But honestly, the wristwatches are very bad at estimating your max heart rate. They're very good at using or finding out your resting heart rate, because if you wear them when you're sleeping, you know, it uses that. But apart from that, they're very inaccurate, and I would just go for bodily sensations instead. If you're working at high intensity, or otherwise known as vigorous intensity, you're at 14 to 16 on the Borg scala. That means that you are out of breath and you cannot have a conversation. You can respond, but it's very short. Like if someone asks you something, it's like yes or no. You can't have a conversation. Simple as that. If they're talking about aerobic exercises, they usually mean exercises that affect the heart and the lungs, that challenges them, you know, that makes you feel like you're out of breath, like I just explained before. These exercises would typically be something like fast-paced walking, regular cycling, or rowing. If they're talking about strength training exercises, it is exercises that include some form of resistance. That form of resistance is mechanical, so that's lifting weights. When you're lifting weights, you generally want to be able to lift the specific weight 8 to 12 times. If you can lift the weight for more than 12 times, you want to increase the weight. But don't increase it to something massive. Do it progressively. Maybe only increase it with 1 or 1.5 or 2 kilos, no more than that, and then see how many reps you can do. Reps is called repetitions, which just means how many times you can do this. So if I do bicep curl, this is 1 rep, 1 repetition. If I were to do this 1, 2, 3, I've just done 3 repetitions. So now you know what that is. Sets wise, which refers to, let's say, how many times you're going to do something. So you generally want to have a set of 1 to 3 sets. And if you were to say, okay, I'm going to do 3 sets of bicep curls 3 sets of bicep curls, and I'm gonna do 5 repetitions per set. So first set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, you rest, whatever, do whatever, listen to music, stare out in the sky, play Candy Crush. Right, second set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest, whatever, watch your Gossip Girl. And last set, third set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you've done 3 sets of 5 repetitions each, which means you have in total done 15 repetitions. There are these 5 different categories of exercises you do want to include in your exercises. I don't care if you prefer deadlift over squat, you can choose whatever you want. But if you're going for a quick, nice and easy workout, you want to include these 5 categories. One of them is press with the legs, which is squat. Woo! You have your weight here. Or you could do deadlift, where you press with the legs from the bottom. The other one is press with the upper body, which could be military press. Or you could do, the third category is pull with the upper body. Now I don't have anything, but it could be like you're lying down and you have that TRX thing and you just pull your body. Woo! Close. The other and fourth category is an exercise that targets your lower back, because your lower back gets weaker if you don't use it. So you can have exercises where you have like a kettlebell, or you can just practice going like this. And then slowly focusing on rounding the back. Woo! And you can have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, or you can find another exercise. There's so many different exercise videos. But just remember that there's no exercise that works like magic. You can just find one that sort of fits the category. And the last, 5th category would be to work and find an exercise that works your abs, because all of this protects the insides. So you want this to be strong because this helps stabilize your back, and your back helps stabilize the front. So if you're weak here, your back will overcompensate. If you're weak here, your stomach will overcompensate. But again, there are no magic exercises. Just find an exercise that fits each of these categories, and you can essentially just stick to them. But if you want to do more, by all means, do more. Cut loose, let loose. Just do whatever you feel like. Find something that you like. Maybe you like Zumba. Maybe you like swimming. Maybe you like martial arts. Maybe you like climbing. Maybe you like running or OCR running, or I don't know. Maybe you like doing insane gardening. Whatever works for you. It needs to be fun. When they talk about strengthening muscle and bone, they usually talk about activities that are vigorous, and that would include running, because running, each time you take a step, you bounce. So all of that goes through your body and up your back, so that's counted as vigorous. Even like jumping like this and jumping rope, you will feel it going through your whole body. Woo! And you will get these tiny sparks up through your body the whole time, and your body will, once you get to resting, it will make your body stronger, especially your legs. So anything that includes jumping, woo, or jumping jacks, or tag, where you run around, you accelerate, you run, something like that. Just anything that's vigorous. Functional balance is a term that comes up a lot when we're talking about the older age groups, and that is because functional balance is balance training. It's like you stand on one leg, and if you're really good, no hand. Or you can do these ones. That would be functional balance. Those exercises are there to help you prevent falls, because falls can cause fractures. So that is all the function and balance term is about. It's just training your balance and doing exercises that strengthen your balance. Functional capacity refers to how well you can do your task both in your everyday life but also at work. Can you pick up this big crate? Ooh, can you walk down the stairs? Can you walk up the stairs? That sort of thing. How long can you stand at a desk for? Etc., etc. It just refers to how well you're able to carry out everyday activities, both job-wise and lifestyle-wise. I hope this video helped you to clear out what some of the terms meant, since some of them can be a bit difficult to understand if you're not in the health degree business thing or exercise physiology degree business thing. If you've got any questions, as always, drop them down below. And if you want any specific things painted out for you and you want a video about it, that's also no problem. Just let me know and we'll make it work. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye bye.